DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. If you are not all nice and caught up, then please go check out the playlist and get yourself all nice and caught up. But if you are, then welcome to today's episode. Today, as per usual, going through 2 games in the season. We're flying high though right now. We are in a very, very good position. We have Preston away, followed by Nottingham Forest at home. 2 games that will be a good competition, but 2 games where we have an entire week to rest. So it means we can play whichever squad we want, obviously minus injuries. But showing you the table right now, we are currently sat in 5th place, ahead of Stoke on a pretty healthy goal difference, and 2 points ahead of Millwall, who are currently in 7th place. But we are only 4 points behind the automatic places right now. Norwich on 64 points. Watford and Birmingham both sitting on 64. Apologies, Norwich on 68 points. Watford and Birmingham both on 64 points. So we are doing very, very well to catch up to these guys. Bearing in mind, for quite a while, we were down here. We were in a real scrap and not playing particularly well at all. But we have managed to salvage this and really start to push towards that top of the table. Now, to show you the bottom parts of the table, we've got Huddersfield, Barnsley, Coventry right down there. Luton, Rotherham and Cardiff a little way away from them. And I have to say, Wycombe Wanderers doing really well, especially when you compare it to real life form. They're absolutely smashing it right now, so fair play to them. Preston, who we're playing today, are in 13th. So obviously that is going to be a tricky game because they're that kind of middle ground, wanting to catch up with the top of the tables. And then you've got Forest, who are just outside those playoff places. And yeah, it's going to be a tricky match. Hopefully we can do well in the first 2 games. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our training stuff, and then I'm going to decide on the team that I want to play for that first game. So let's get to that point. Let's work it out. Okay, so going into the game against Preston, you can see I've gone with what is pretty much our strongest 11. Lumley, Hammerliner, Masterson, Dickey and Kakai. Amos and Ball in the middle with Ball as captain. Todd on the left, Bright on the right, and then Bon and Dykes up top. I had a lot of suggestions from a lot of people about playing Jeff Cameron as a centre-back if I wanted to keep him in the team, so he would have played over Masterson. However, Masterson is doing well, obviously is very young, and has got a decent enough potential to grow a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use Cameron as our rotation centre-back from now on. So if I feel like I need to take Masterson or Dickey off, then Cameron will come in at centre-back and kind of fill that spot, or obviously come in and play that CDM role. So he's kind of going to be our rotation and utility defensive man off the bench is kind of the plan there. But again, a team that are playing a good formation to kind of counter what we're doing, a very busy midfield, but let's see if we can counter them instead. Okay, away to Preston. First game of the episode today. Going to be a tricky one, but hopefully we can power through and play pretty darn well. That's all I can hope for, is that we just put in a good performance. That's kind of what I'm hoping for from this match today. So let's get into it. Let's see if 3 points yet again can be what we want. But again, I want us to play well. I want a convincing 3 points today. That is my focus. Ball up here with Macaulay Bonne. He's just about kept hold of that. And now we see Ellis Todd on a good run over here. Ellis Todd got to stay ahead of that fullback. I think he's doing just that. He's just catching up to him. But Ellis Todd has done really well just to keep possession. We're going to float this ball in up into Lyndon Dykes, who's chested it down. Oh, the keeper's had an absolute stinker there. The keeper has had a mare. Lyndon Dykes has brought that down and kind of just scuffed it. And it's gone past him. I didn't really expect that to go in as soon as it kind of left sort of Dykes' foot. I kind of hit it in a hit and hope. Wasn't really expecting it to find the back of the net. But we do find that first goal. We make the breakthrough nice and early. Ellis Todd did really, really well on that overlap. But here, as he's chested it down, I just thought the defender was too near to it. But he's kind of side-footed it, and the keeper's had an absolute stinker. That is right at him. But Lyndon Dykes, the man in form, 32 goals in the Championship this season. That is massive. Todd plays it inside to Macaulay Bonne here. Bonne now is going to play it into Bright Asai Samuel. Bright is in behind. Bright's going to take the shot. Rudd. Oh, mate. Rudd didn't have to do anything because it is spooned over the bar. I have to say, Bright's shooting is a tad inconsistent. It's a real shame because that is a poor, poor effort on goal. That should have been 2-0. They're in here on our left-hand side. They play it inside to Johnson. Johnson's going to try and get in behind Masterson. But Hammerline and Masterson, I have to say, have played really well to sort of encourage that ball to go backwards. Masterson gets up to that one really, really well and gets it to Amos. Good defence there from Masterson. He's done really well today in the very few things he's been asked to do. But Brightside Samuel now is just bursting away. This is looking good for us. Brightside Samuel, can he get it into the middle? It's a lovely ball in there. Todd tries to get to it. Oh, man, that could have been a really good chance yet again to go 2-0 up. This is the performance I'm looking for, but we need that second goal now. got the ball out wide yet again. They've worked it into the box. Masterson can't quite get across to it. Amos is going to try and help us out on the edge of the box here. Just stand him up, Amos. Just stand him up. That's it. Lovely stuff from Luke Amos. What a player. Half-time, I have to say, a couple of defensive worries at the end there. They were really keeping that ball quite nicely. But again, I'm pretty sure we've limited them to no shots. I don't think they've had a shot on goal. And I have to say, the boys have played very, very well. We started the game very dominant. We had all the attacks. Everything was ours, and we were going forward every single time. But near the end of the game, we had a few things to deal with, and we had a few, I'm not going to say necessarily like worries or mishaps, but a few times that maybe we gave them a bit more time than we probably should have done. And they, they got their foot on the ball a little bit longer than we would have liked. What I'm going to do, because we played fairly confidently, we have played well. I have to say, Masterson has played very, very well indeed. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Jeff Cameron to play as our left centre-back for this second half. See how he does for us, because he's currently at a 75 rating. So he's obviously doing something right, because he gets a higher boost in centre-back, which a few people did tell me that he actually plays better as a centre-back. So I'll play him at centre-back and see how he does for me in the second half. If it leads to mistakes, then I'm blaming everyone who suggested it. But all jokes aside, second half, let's play better and try and get this second goal. Todd here got this ball out wide. He's kind of on his own here, but he's got two men against him. He's done really well to keep that possession, and we're going to just have to play it back just a little bit here, as we didn't really have too much else going on forward. But we've recycled the ball quite nicely. Bond now is going to play it into Luke Amos. Luke Amos is going to see Lyndon Dykes trying to run him behind. Dykes going to try and play it off to Bond. Oh, that's a really good interception from the defender. They've done that a couple of times. I have to say, they have defended pretty darn well. But mate, we're making these attacks. We just got to make another one of them count, because if we can, then 2-0 could be what we're looking at. I think Bond is offside here. Oh, that was a good strike. It was just wide, but good strike. But sadly, it was offside. Get the ball forward here on this left-hand side. Jeff Cameron is pushed out to try and play that left-back role, which does leave us a little bit exposed in the middle, which is now where they've worked that ball into. But Ellis Todd has done really well to come back and help us cover here. Now Cameron again. I don't know where Hammerlinen is, because Hammerlinen is nowhere to be found for these attacks down the left-hand side. But Ellis Todd has done really well to come back and help cover that, and then actually been the man to win the ball as well, which is lovely stuff. Bond is going to play this ball here to Don Ball. Don Ball, we see Lyndon Dykes on that runaway. Lyndon Dykes going to play that ball over the top to Macaulay Bond. Go on, Bond, my guy. What a save from Rudd. Very good save from the keeper there. Again, could have been 2, but again, it's still 1-0. Chair's going to get involved straight away here. Chair is making a lovely run. See, look, these fresh legs. He's bursting past all the defenders. It goes into Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes hits it wide. There is one man I want on the end of those. It is Lyndon Dykes, and he has hit that one wide. He's kind of left foot, and he's hit it into the ground across himself. I was kind of hoping he'd head it. I was hoping that the header would be the way to go there, but sadly it's just wide. With 20 minutes left, we're still looking good though. Get the ball into the box here. We've got to be careful. No fouls or anything, boys. Just keep this ball out. They played it really nicely. Kaká was 2 against 1 there. Wasn't too much he could do, but he's sort of stopped and turned around. That was a really weird way to do it, but mate, that did nearly work. He played that pass through Dickie's legs and very easily could have been a problem. But now we have Ilias Chair in behind here. The counter-attack of dreams. Ilias Chair is going to go himself. Ilias Chair smashes it on that left foot of his and finds the back of the net. The second goal, it was slowly but surely coming, and now it's there. 2-0. That is exactly what we needed. A second goal. It's very well deserved, and I have to say, it's been coming. I think we have been looking good for a second goal, and now we've got that. We can just calm down a little bit, take our time in possession, because I have to be honest, I was like bursting forward as often as I could, just playing those passes in behind. But Ilias Chair does really well. Lovely strike there to find the back of the net, and I have to say, it's a well-deserved second goal. So 2-0. Let's see this game out now, boys. Work the ball into the edge of the box here. Luke Amos is trying to close him down. Luke Amos has honestly been everywhere, and yet again, Luke Amos has made another great tackle today. I have to say, for me, Luke Amos has been the man of the match. He has been nothing short of incredible. That is not where I was trying to pass that. I was trying to pass it to Kelman, who's not really got involved since coming on. So his stamina is going to be perfectly fine because he's not really had too much to do. But honestly, Luke Amos has been nothing short of perfection today. He has been great. Into added time now, and Preston do have themselves a corner here. Going to see if we can maybe try and keep this one out. First header is just about one, and then we get the second one away, but not very far. It's only to the edge of the box. A lovely block there. I think that was from Dominic Ball, and we do just about keep this one out. There we go. Surely, ref, blow that whistle. There we go. Full time, 2-0. We have played very, very well today. We've defended resolutely. I have to say, Luke Amos for me was the man of the match. He was fantastic. He made about like 4 or 5 very, very good tackles that really could have been leading to much, much more than they did. But obviously, Lindendijk's getting his first goal of the game, and then it was Ilias Chair came on and got his second. So I'm very, very happy with that. We were limited to a few chances, but we limited them to even less. Those chances right at the end were really their only attacks. As you can see, 2 shots, and they were both blocked by defenders. So very, very happy with that. Good result. That win does see us move up in points, obviously, but stay exactly where we are in the table. Stoke also lost their game, so we are now 3 points clear of them, who were just behind us. I think Millwall also dropped points because we weren't too far off of Millwall as far as I can remember. But all the teams above us managed to get wins too, so we didn't gain any ground on the teams, but we did keep in sort of, you know, in running with them, which is obviously what we need to try and do. But realistically, I think we're just playing some good football at the moment, and we just need to keep that going. Bright Samuel can actually now play as a central attacking midfielder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep him as a right mid for now, because realistically, now we've actually changed our formation. We were looking to play that formation with narrow and having cams and everything. However, now we're playing a 4-4-2 defensive with 2 CDMs, and we need those 2 wingers. So actually I'm going to keep Bright as a right mid for now. I know we have the plan to do that, but I think we're going to stick with what we've got for now. So I'm happy with that. We now have a whole week to sort of rest and get people fully recovered and work on another team to play. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get our training done and get into game number 2. Okay, going into our second game, and I have made a couple of changes to our starting lineup today. So I have brought in Kane at right back, obviously to rotate with Kaká, because both are playing at a very good level at the moment. Ilias Chair on the left. We've got Kelman up top. I've also brought in Morgan back onto the bench for Adoma, because I'd like to try and get Morgan a couple of minutes if we're doing well and looking comfortable in the game. Obviously, we're only going to find that out by playing it. So let's get into this game and see how we do. Back at the Car and Prince, where we love to be. Hopefully, it can be a happy return today as we pick up 3 points. That is the absolute dream. That is the ideal. Obviously, Forest in 8th place at the moment, playing very well themselves, trying to push up towards those playoff places. But it's our job to try and stay there, and a win today would obviously secure that. So let's see if we can get into today and pick up another 3 points. Come on, you boys. Let's go. Oh, they've worked the ball really well out wide here. They've got Amiobi on the ball. Going to play that ball into the box, but Lumley punches it out. I think he possibly had time to catch that. And I'm not too sure who won that header. I think Hammerlinen's just thrown himself in the line of that shot there. So fair play to Hammerlinen with a good block. But that's a bit of a rocky start for us. They played the ball out wide here. Amos tries to come across to it, but it does end up going into the box. Kane is the man that gets the touch there. No one really committed to that ball that came in. Thankfully, none of their players did either. Otherwise, that could have been a problem. But now we have Kelman just about to try and burst through. It's a simple tackle from the defence here. This is a slow start, but hopefully we'll build up into it. Chair plays this ball all the way across here to Bright Sam with the 2 wingers linking up there. Now Bright has got to try and beat this defender, and I think he has got the beating of him. We see Charlie Kelman making that burst into the box at the back. Good block again from the defenders there, but we have won that ball back. Chair is going to try the strike. Sadly, it's too close to the keeper, but that was a good little bit of play. It's our first chance at the goal, and I have to say we didn't do too badly. Good defending from Forest to stop the cross, but then a good effort from Ilias on the sort of like the rebound is how I'm going to word that. So again, a bit more of the same, boys. Let's go. Oh, they've turned around the defenders here. This could be a problem. Lumley does really well to come out and block that. Really good stuff there from Joe Lumley, because both my defenders were beat. They played a couple of simple passes, and both my centre-backs were completely taken out of it. But Lumley was quick to react to it, to come out to it, and was quick to react to that shot as well. What a save that is from Joe Lumley. A very good header from Amiobi. I think it's Sammy Amiobi. I forget which Amiobi brother it is. Kane sort of... Oh, no, it was Kane's header. Well done to blooming Todd Kane. Fair play, man. I thought that was another save from Lumley, but well done to Kane. I thought Kane had ducked out the way of it there, and I was about to say Lumley saved his bacon, but if anything, it was potentially the other way around. We get that corner clear, and let's try and calm it down a bit, boys. Let's see if we can get something eventually. Half-time, still 0-0. Been a bit of a weird half. By far the best chances going in the way of Nottingham Forest, and we have to really pick this up and start to play better if we want to try and get into this game, because so far we haven't really shown a particularly good light of ourselves, and we're not playing anywhere near as well as I know we can play, because we played so much better in that last game. But realistically, we have really got to turn it up now. We've got to make sure that if there is going to be a goal, and it's going to be a 1-goal game, that goal goes to us 100%. That has to be what we try and achieve here. So we're going to bring on Ellis Todd, a little bit of pace to go on that left-hand side. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to change it up we are going to go to a narrow, well, not a narrower formation, I guess, but we're going to keep to the 2 up top, but we're going to have a man in behind them, and I'm sure it's going to come as no surprise when I say that man is going to be Pepe Arce. He's going to come in and try and run that show for us at cam. So Dickie's going to become captain, which isn't exactly what I was hoping for, but Pepe Arce is going to come in. Amos has got to stay in. Amos has been so good. There's no way I'm dropping him at the moment. So let's go to this 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I'm going to just sort the tactics, and we'll be right there. Forest working this ball forward quite well here, and again, they have got players in that box, and we have got to stop this cross because crosses are what they seem to want to do. So we've got to try and keep these crosses out, and obviously their best chances as well have come from a cross with that header from Amiobi. But they try and get it in there. Bit of ballet, I think that was there from Dickie, but it does end out going for another corner. So again, we've got to be a little bit careful here, but again, we've got to see this one out. It's not quite cleared yet. Got to, again, just be turned on focus and try and keep the ball out here. They keep playing it backwards, but it's just tricky to sort of know where they're going. They're playing these little weird passes and little weird chips and everything, but I think we can now get this one out of the box, which is good. Ellis Todd now going to turn inside, going to play it up to Kelman. Kelman's going to play it to Dykes. Dykes turns, tries to get it back to Kelman. There were too many people there. They're defending so resolutely. This is the kind of defense that we don't play well against, and it's the kind of defense that a lot of teams haven't done against us. They haven't put us under pressure like this and closed down players like Lyndon Dykes. And you can see, look, as soon as Lyndon Dykes gets that ball, their players push to him and, you know, try and get that ball off him. That's what so many teams don't do, which is why he's got 30 goals already this season. They are playing very, very well, and they've actually got this ball in behind here. Can we turn to them? There we go. Connor Marston with a fantastic tackle. Really good stuff there, and we do get it out. But, again, on their defence, they are playing so well. They're playing so tightly and closing our players down so much that it's stopping us from getting anything. And that's what teams need to do. So hopefully we don't play against teams that play like this too often. Otherwise, honestly, we are going to struggle a little bit. But Lyndon Dykes now on the ball. Again, I can't really get a shooting position here. Dykes closed down again. We're going to play out wide here to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd, where can he put this ball in the air, in the box? Oh, Dykes gets the, like, glancing header, but that's never beating Samba, is it? Kelman on the ball here. A bit of a loose pass here. Ellis Todd is going to cut in on that right foot. Takes a strike. Oh, it was a good shot, but Samba equal to it. Needed it just a little bit nearer that corner. Needed it just a little bit further out wide of the keeper. But it's a good effort. It's by far our best chance of the game, and it did come from a defensive error from Forest there. But we're going to have to try and get this ball into the box. We're going to have to try and get something from this. I'm going to dummy the short runner. Going to play it into the middle. Lyndon Dykes is going to be the one to climb up to it. It goes past everyone. Who hits that? I don't even know who that was who hit that. But that's a very good save from Samba. Because, again, that ball kind of just came out of nowhere. And it did drop to our player. I'm going to semi-guess that that was maybe Connor Masterson. And if so, that's not an awful strike from him. That's not too bad at all. But, again, Dykes is up. This time he put too much on it. And it goes out for a goal kick. Pepe Arce here, going to try and set Lyndon Dykes away. This is the chance we've needed all game. Lyndon Dykes, there it is, boys. 88th minute. We do make it count. We do make it pay. And we do manage to pick up the late goal. Things you do, in fact, love to see. Possibly the worst celebration ever. That's not a celebration I wanted to see. However, the goal is very, very important. Very, very happy with it. Gutted I'm still having to play on the PS4 version, so I can't see like those late-minute celebrations because that would have been sick for that. But I have to say, lovely stuff. Honestly, Dykes kind of sent Samba a little bit to the right there and then just placed it to the left of him. Things you do, in fact, love to see. Very, very nice. It's taken all game for us to get that goal, but if there was a man who was going to get it, it was going to be Lyndon Dykes, wasn't it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take him off now just for the remainder of the game. Just bring on... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move Bright across there. Just play Bright up front for a little bit. I don't think Ellis Todd can play it better than him. He can't. So we'll just play Bright up front and we'll get Morgan like 5 minutes on the pitch. It is what it is. But again, just a little bit of rotation. But I'm very, very happy with that goal. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Come on, boys. Let's just hold it now. That's a really good tackle there from Amos. Amos is going to play it to Bright Samuel. Could we maybe get a second goal here and definitely put this game to bed? Yes, we can. That has come absolutely out of nowhere. I did not expect that second goal. They've defended so well all game. And then just for one lapse of judgment, and I think it was Amos made a good tackle high up the pitch, just plays that through. And you can see, obviously, because they're trying to commit forward to try and get something back from the game, they've got nobody back there. And Bright Samuel is able just to power that one past Samba. And, mate, I did not expect that second goal, but we've managed to get it. And 2-0, that's it. That's game. Kelman has got this ball out wide. He's going to get fouled there. We're just going to whip this ball into the box. Is what it is. I'm just going to play it in there. Just see if anyone can get their head onto it. I doubt it because we're not very good at headers. But that is surely going to be full-time ref. We're 6 minutes into 4 minutes added on. Come on now. There we go. Full-time. 2-0. a scrappy result, but a result that was definitely fought for and definitely in the end earned as well. I have to say, I don't really know who my man of the match was there. I think, again, Amos had a good little game. I think Bright played pretty well throughout the game. Otherwise, honestly, it probably has to be Lumley or Kane for their work in the defence at those points. Because if we'd gone 1-0 down, obviously that's a very different game then. So it's been a tricky one, but that's been a good game for us. I have to say, we've got the 3 points, and that is what is most important. Well done, boys. Well, things you do in fact love to see. Obviously, Watford still have that game in hand, but Birmingham have dropped points. So even if Watford go and win their game, we are guaranteed to have moved up to 4th place, which I'm very, very happy about. But if Watford drop points, I'm not entirely sure who they are up against. But if they drop points, then obviously we put ourselves in a very, very good position to try and, you know, stay in that top 3. It really does depend on how they play. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Very, very happy to have won both the games and got into a very, very good position for us as well. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, then please do leave a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated. It supports me, the channel, the video, and the series out a lot. So thank you very much to everyone who does. Of course, if you're new to the channel, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, that is very, very much appreciated and supports us out a lot too. And make sure you turn on notifications to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with the live stream. For now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.